So I don't know if I was like smoking something or like just absolute on fucking asses or some shit when I decided to start reading this, but the people who actually saw my comic video, I actually did say that I saw a little series known as Sonic Boom, and people were thinking that it's like, seriously, one, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then that might be that small proportion, it's like, what the fuck is Sonic Boom? So if people actually don't know, Sonic Boom is actually this new little off-branding little kind of revamping, redesign of like Sonic the Hedgehog. And if you don't know who the fuck Sonic the Hedgehog is, fucking fastest thing alive, you know, goes faster than the fucking speed of sound, pretty much. He's like the only thing that like rivals the Flash, and also has had an incredibly shit progression to the fucking 3D line. I mean, yeah, we had Sonic Colors that was fucking amazing. We had Sonic Adventure 2, which is probably one of my still more favorite Sonic games out there. And then, you know, there was stuff like Generations, but this guy's had such a terrible fucking like addition to like the 3D genre, and someone thought it'd be great to like send it to a company that isn't Sega. I mean, because they've been butchering him to fuck. And they decided to make like a new design from his shit, and like is its own universe, and like change the characters weirdly, and it's fucking weird. And honestly, I played the game. It's fucking horrific. It plays like ass, like looks like ass, and it's not funny. But the thing is, I don't know why, but I decided out of sheer fucking boredom to read it. And if people don't know, this is like a comedy action series, and I don't know what demographic it's meant for. The TV show, which I've seen a few episodes of, is actually pretty funny and is okay. Is like meant for like kind of the midway sort of like teenager to kid audience. I have no idea what the fucking comics are meant supposed to be for, because it tries to break the fourth wall all the time, and a lot of kids won't understand that, and it tries to break the wall in a certain way where like a certain series that people know that have seen my like anime and manga that I talk about is a certain series that I think is one of the greatest things here of all time, Gintama, does it with just pure masterful levels with like slapstick comedy and just all that stuff. Sonic Boom, I feel, is just like, is this joke meant for me, or is this something that they're meant to like the cool hip kids or stuff? Like, cause I don't get it. Like, whenever they try and do like the sort of like the little sort of like breaking the fourth wall, and sometimes of the show like little stuff like that, I'm thinking, this sounds so fucking terrible. And I mean, there's 7 issues of it out right now. There's like, it comes out once a month. And from what I read of it, it's just generally like what you'd get in a single episode of the show, or like it's just a simple like silly cartoon show back in the day. Like Dr. Eggman's a huge dick, he tries to do something and tries to take over the island, and it's up to Sonic Gang and the new edition Sticks to like take care of like Dr. Eggman and tell him to stop being a prick. And it's just like, it's weird. Like, you have like Sonic's like the fast leader kind of group. They got Knuckle, who's like the pretty much bare knuckle brawler. That's a fucking dumbass in this like rendition of him. Tails is the smart mechanic. Amy's also like a brawler, and doesn't seem to be really obsessed with Sonic, which is, I think they must have taken that out. I'm not particularly sure. I don't know what the fuck I was on when I was reading this. And then Styx is just like the mental fucking like ratchet in the group. Like, she's just like there to like cause insanity, and then just be like the kind of the weird like wild card, I guess is the best way to like talk to her about. And it's, from what I've seen of it, it seems to be very referential to like other kind of material, and it's like it makes fun with it, and it's like, I'm not gonna lie, there are parts when I read the 7 issues where I got a chuckle. I got like but never anything from above that. Like, most of the time I'm just like, oh my fucking god. Literally like this is so cringeworthy. This is so fucking cringeworthy. I mean, I personally don't know about the other Sonic the Hedgehog stuff, like the Archie comic, like sort of like more serious stuff that they have with Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm more curious to check that stuff out. But for people who have seen Sonic Boom, who is it meant for fucking for? Is it just the content that is just fucking weird? Or is it just like this small thing they're going to do? Because the fucking game bombed. It's one of the worst fucking games up there. It's up there of all time that I've ever had a chance to sit down and play. And thankfully I never bought the fucking game. And I was close to buying it. And I'm glad I never fucking did. Because my mate was the poor sod that bought it. And I realised this is one of the worst pieces of trash I've ever played. And I never want to go back to it. It's up there with Sonic 06 and Shadow the Hedgehog of poor, just how bad it is. And a few other games I could name as well, but I don't know if I should really give it a score on like how I normally do with the anime and manga for comics, since it's like 7 issues, but I think in as well, like, if you bought a subscription for the Sonic Archie comics, which there are a fair few things on there, you get like a few kind of like Sonic comics, you get like Mega Man, and they have like crossover events here and there. This is the one that I would not generally buy a volume of, but if there's a subscription-based sort of thing for like the Sonic comics, then this is something that you'd get on the side that'd be like, oh, that's a nice little addition to it. I want to see the other shit now. Like, you read it on the side if you're like, I've got nothing else to do, which is pretty much how I came around to actually reading this. So yeah, let me know, guys, what the hell do you even think about Sonic Boom, if you're even going to check it out at all. And another thing is that I want curious about, like, guys, like I said before in my comic video, recommend me some good stuff to read. I'm really curious. As you can see, I'm a very lost little lamb in a very big field right now, branching off into the comics sort of issue, and I decided to go into, like, take a fucking full nose dive into a pile of shit, and just go in it. But it's fun. It's like, I think that was one thing I came out with this little adventure, that I had a little fun with it. Am I going to keep up with Sonic Boom? Like, I can pretty much 90% guarantee you that I'm not. I might check it out here and there if there's like some cool stuff, but it's just one of those things that I guess you're just gonna have to have fun with. Don't at all take seriously, and just like think that this is a new like render, and this is like people's different adaptation of like the Sonic Boom. I mean, I like the Sonic Boom cast more than I do in the games, because I want to punch them in the game, and this one is just like, oh god, you guys are stupid, but there's a kind of little lovable charm to you, but I still want to punch you in the face from time to time. So look forward to it. I don't know, guys. So maybe next time if I talk about comics, I might talk about the more serious ones. So yeah, I thought I'd start off my little comic adventures fucking weird. So that's it from me. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll talk to you guys next time when I can see some good other comics.